Main Street studio, and I want to welcome you all to Eufaula Artalks. Again, every Tuesday at 1 o'clock, we have a different person that we interview, and today we have our very famous, our one and only, Miss Lynn. She has done a lot with the Eufaula Art Council. She has been there for us as a teacher, as a volunteer, and she has many talents. So, as always, we are taking precautions during this time. You're welcome to take off your mask. We are safe. We make sure that we have not been exposed. You have not been exposed.
No.
We're good. Because we are in little kind of tight quarters here.
Good thing we like each other.
Yeah. Well, we've had fun during these interviews. Have you been able to watch them?
Yes, I have. Yes, I try to catch each one.
We've had some very interesting people, and we're so glad that you came down to be with us. You don't actually live in Eufaula, right?
No, I live between, I guess, 15 miles east of Melton. Okay. About halfway.
But we claimed you because you're here.
Oh yeah.
And you have been such a support to the Arts Council, and we just really, I just want to say we appreciate you so much.
Well, thank you.
Everything that you've done.
I appreciate you all too.
And you do a lot of art, different type of art, and we're going to be looking at some of that here in a little bit and let you tell us a little bit about it. But we want to hear a little bit about you. And I guess you started with illustrating for Saxon Publishing.
Oh, well, after I moved to Oklahoma, I did. I started, well, actually, when I came down here, it was 35 years ago, I worked at CCF. I was the manager of the photo lab. I did all the pictures way back then.
Wow.
And so I did everything from checking the color qualities to retouching to glass flares, everything. Weddings.
So is that kind of what sparks your interest in art itself,
Yes.
and in what the colors, and people don't realize that photography itself, even something like seeing your pictures, there is an art to that.
Yes.
You know, and sometimes it does lead to other things. So we had a photographer on earlier in the month, and it was really interesting. So then it led you to
Working for Saxon Publishing. I left CDF because I got married, had my only child, so I was working there, and I worked freelance where I retouched negatives. So and after I did that, then I went to Saxon Publishing. It's a publisher. They're not there anymore, but it's in Norman. Elementary school, middle school, math books, is what they were known for. And then they wanted to start a humanities series.
okay. So illustrated your drawing,
Yes.
right? Okay.
Yes.
So did you have some art background before that?
Oh yes. Yeah,
Okay.
I've been drawing since I was 5 years old. My dad got me started. But got a fine arts degree at Montana State University. And so been an artist all my life.
So what you do different mediums? What's your favorite?
Watercolor.
Yeah. And so if you had words of encouragement to people that wanted to start, what would you have, or what would you say to people that are starting and don't know what to start in?
Well, what I tell students, I teach, the Oklahoma Arts Council. I go to student classes. So the first thing I do for them is to encourage them to just log off, practice, drawing, whatever they can do.
Even if you don't think it's good.
Right. Yes.
That would be me. My art is a whole different art.
Well, I tell them, I said, if you put paint on paper or pencil to paper, you're doing okay.
So how has the COVID, how has that affected you in your art?
Well, I haven't been able to teach, of course, and so I've been, I guess, picking up new hobbies. I've been doing a lot of woodworking. studio at home, but I also have a little workshop. It's got, wood, saws, whatever. So I said, well, things I wasn't able to have time to do before, I'm making time to do that now. And so I just got projects. I even made 2 Adirondack chairs, which was a big accomplishment for
Wow.
me.
Wow.
So I said, if I can put those boards together, I can do it.
That's cool. That's pretty cool.
So I'm keeping busy. Yeah.
Yeah. So any virtual stuff? Tried any virtual?
No,
I know a lot of artists are going in that direction, doing virtual shows or whatever and stuff. And who knows? We may have to do that if things don't pick up.
Yes.
We've got the Yellow Submarine Art Show coming up September 19th, and
I'm in that.
good. Yes. So we want everybody to get the word out on that because this is a chance to do something something that maybe isn't your normal thing that you would do.
I'm working on a project. I'm uncomfortable with it, but
Yeah. I keep saying I'm going to do something. Mine would be just a big mess, so I don't think I would even try. But anyway, we're going to talk a little bit about art, but I'm going to introduce everybody to somebody that, well, I guess is your sidekick, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know. We want to say, let's say hi to Bill. See if we can get you over here. Where you at? There you are. Wave, say hi. Do you have any words of wisdom for us today, Bill? So how has the COVID affected you? You've got Lynn around more often now, I guess.
we have each other around.
Yeah, well, you've got to grace us with one of your jokes, because I hear that you're the best joke teller.
Well, there was the two old Indian men that lived by the block apart at the fence. And one morning, about 5 o'clock in the morning, the gun went off. They go to the city. So I didn't know whether it was cheers. And I started whispering. I said, why? Because they got tired of saying, come in.
Okay. On that note, we're going to go over and look at some of Lynn's art. And if you're watching, okay, that's what I wanted to know. Beth says she can't hear us. Sorry. Okay. Beth, can you hear us? Now. We may have lost sound at some point. Can you hear us on yours, Lynn?
No,
You know?
but I've never been able to.
Okay.
Well, maybe.
Beth, if you're still watching, can you hear us? We might have to do the whole interview over again.
All right.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and, I don't know if she's still on there or not. Somebody's watching. But I don't know. Oh, that may be you, Glenna. Better. Okay, she said she can hear us better now. All right,
We had to
hopefully.
tell the joke over.
Did you hear the joke, Beth? We need to know if you heard the joke. Okay. Let us. Well, there we go. Turn around. There we go. Okay. First of all, we're going to start with this one, Lynn. I've seen this one before, and I've always admired it. Tell me about that. And
Okay, well that was a pastel. That's a pastel, and it was inspired me. I was at the state fair in Oklahoma City, and he was standing out there playing his flute, and so I took his picture, and then I did his portrait.
wow. And you made that frame. You told me that.
Yes,
Yeah.
I made that frame, and the one with the I guess the Bronco Buster.
Now, is that watercolors?
Yes, that's watercolor. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yes, and I made this frame with the winter
that's
scene.
pretty.
Trying different things, since I like to do woodwork, and I'm doing some experimenting with it. So that's a watercolor. And then the trout is something new. I did an acrylic on canvas, and then I had it printed.
That's so cool.
Into different, into prints.
I don't know if you guys can see. with the picture on the phone here, but I swear it looks like canvas. I had to touch it to make sure it wasn't canvas, but that's a really great print.
And then that's a watercolor.
It's pretty.
And this one, these are new experiments I had too, where I took old wood and then I painted the background with acrylics, and then I put glue, and all the colors on there of the flowers is all sand. It's different colors of sand. And then I cut out the wood, the wildflower in the very front, that three-dimensional wood. That's all cut out wood and painted.
Oh, wow.
And then wood burning too.
This one's very interesting.
Yeah, and that's cut out wood with the trees. And then all the other colors the background colors are sand, colored sand. And then I just started adding rocks and twigs.
Yeah, I'm going to go from the side so people can see that is actually rocks on there. If I tried to do that, that'd be falling off. I don't know what she used, some kind of cement glue.
Yes, it's a heavy rubber glue. Yes, it's the heaviest you could find. And then this one, the tomatoes in the front are cut out wood.
Those are so cool.
And then the tomatoes in the back are colored sand, and the leaves are colored sand. And then I found this wire that I shaped, for
That's actual wire.
Yes.
That is very cool. See, guys, there's all kinds of art. You just got to experiment.
Yes, and that's what I do now. If I don't teach, I'm experimenting.
Wow, that's beautiful. You've got some great stuff. And guys, all this stuff is for sale. And it's down here at the studio. Oh, we missed that one.
That's a watercolor.
Ooh.
And I did make that frame too out of really
that's
old
pretty.
fence wood.
Yeah. Oh, that's really pretty. Okay, so Beth said she did not hear the joke. So Bill, now this is a better angle too, Bill. You're going to have to repeat that joke. This is Lynn's better half.
Oh, I got another joke.
Okay, tell another joke.
Okay, this old man, he's older than I am, and I was talking to him, and he said, he feels like an old car every time he sneezes or coughs. I said, how's that? He said, well, my radiator leaks or my muffler backfires.
Okay. Well, I'm really afraid that we might have missed some of the front of the interview, Lynn. So let's. I'm just going to recap just to make sure that. Go ahead and have a seat back here. And guys, if you're hearing this a second time, I apologize. We had some technical problems. We were trying something new, and it's live, so you never know what's going to happen. But again. I just want to introduce you guys to Lynn Melton. She is, I guess you are a member of the council.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And she has worked with us many, many years. She's a teacher. And what do you teach? Just like specialty arts or
No,
in a school?
I'm through
or?
the Arts Council, yes. I teach
Okay.
different grades. I used to teach elementary school, but now I'm middle school and high school, alternative ed, anything through the Arts Council. So up until last March, I've been teaching, yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Well, I'm just going to do a recap because
Okay.
just in case, we may have to edit the film a little bit. We had a great conversation.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm really impressed with the different types of mediums that you do. And the one thing I want to say about you, Lynn, is I know that your heart is in it.
Oh, yes, yes.
That's the thing, because the few years that I've been involved with the Arts Council here, and you've always been around.
Yeah.
So I mean, I just assumed you lived here, that you were part of Eufaula, but we just claim you as one of ours because you're always involved with us and always lending a hand, and I guess you've taught some here too, right?
Yes,
So you've
yeah.
done
This
some
is what
different
got me
stuff.
started here, was helping Glenna with their summer workshops.
Right. Oh yes.
Yeah. So it's been a while. I think 2000, 2001. I think
That
is
may have
when
been where I
started.
first met you. Was at the camps, the
Yes,
summer camps.
yeah,
that
the
she
video, when we did the video.
Yes.
Yes, at the library did that.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's,
So,
yeah.
But anyway, we appreciate you being here again today. I hate to wrap it up because I think we might have missed some really good stuff. But just to recap, you were born and raised in Northwest Montana.
Yes.
Now what brought you back down this way?
Cold winters and unemployment.
I thought you were going to say love or I follow the boy or something. I don't know.
Well, no, I could have gone further south, but no, I stopped here.
You stopped here.
Yes, I did.
And then Bill swept you off your feet.
Yes, he
okay.
did.
you did illustration for Saxon Publishing, and
Actually, it was, my job that brought me down to Oklahoma, to Norman, and, where I worked in Oklahoma City. When I worked for CDF, the Custom Developing and Finish at the Photo Lab. They put me in as manager right off the bat, and so I managed the.
I'm really interested in the illustrating, and that to go back to that. That is an art.
Yes,
to be able to
definitely,
you have to take the images that they've portrayed in these by words and try to bring them alive.
Right.
Talk about that a little bit.
Okay. Yes. The editor would give me the story, and then every time they wanted every spot they wanted the illustration, they would write directions, like draw this, draw the, for instance, we did a lot of, or they did a lot of medieval stories, or they even did Lost Ark, from Noah and the Ark. And so they had a modern time where they went up to explore in the mountains. Well, then they did the background story, the Bible story. And so they had to do research with different things. And so for instance, I caught them in a mistake. They said that Noah was standing outside the boat, but he wasn't. So I had to go back and say, no, this did not happen this way, that I need to illustrate this way. So I had to do a lot of research.
Oh, wow.
And also with they did the, King Arthur, those type of stories, in Europe. And so I did research on the land. They even did the Great Wall of China, or the China Passage. A lot of the ancient history is, and I had to do research on costumes, on what they wore, what was their transportation, did married men have beards? I had to really study their cultures to do the illustration. So it took a lot of, for each
So
one.
if someone was interested in just, maybe that they like to doodle and they, like to do pencil or whatever, but maybe they're just not into oils or colors or anything like that, and they would be interested in doing something like that, what kind of advice can you give them, or how would they get started?
Well, that's a good question. Usually, if they would go ahead and do this, and they have books out, and even on the internet anymore, where they do have publishers, and if they can go onto the internet and look up the different publishers, and usually the publishers will say what type of art they are looking for, and so then they can do some examples and send it in for them. So it's like applying for a job, actually.
Right.
And the one thing that got me into Saxon right away, okay, this is a little hint. Sometimes a publisher will say, well, can you do these pictures for me? And then they'll send what they want, and so they'll see what type of pictures you do. Okay, and then they'll say, well, take your time, just whenever you can get it back. Well, the thing to get your job is to get it back as quickly as you can, because that's what they look for, is can you meet deadlines?
Yeah.
And so,
Interesting.
yeah, and then see how accurate you are with your pictures. So, and you can choose whatever media you want to in most places. Like if you're better with watercolors or just pen and ink, do what you're more comfortable with, because if you have a deadline to meet and you're trying to do something that you've never really practiced with, then it's going to take you longer, and usually you won't get that job.
I just thought of a wonderful workshop we can do, Glenna. I think we need to do a workshop on this. I think that would be great. We could do it virtual too. Yeah. So if you're interested in learning about illustrating, contact us here at the Eufaula Arts Council, and we might get a workshop started, and you can teach us how to do
I would
that.
love to. I would be here.
Okay, we've gone kind of long with today, but I'm afraid we may have to do a little editing. I don't know. But thank you, Beth, for hanging out with us. And Bill, Beth says hello.
Yeah, and I didn't wish her happy. We have the same birthday.
Oh.
So we found that out at the last art show.
There you go. Well, guys, thank you for joining us again today. Next Tuesday, 1 o'clock here. same back channels. Same. Here we are in the studio cave, and spread the word. We need to get it out to more people, to more artists, to students that are interested in the arts, any kind of art. We're trying to talk to many different artists, and we're just going to keep this going until nobody wants to talk anymore, I guess. Right now, I know we are booked up until September, so that's really good. We've got a lot of great artists coming up. Again, we thank you for coming.
Thank you.
You're awesome, and I know it was a little bit of a drive for you. And no,
But
tell
it's
me.
worth it. It's worth it. That's why I like coming down here. It's worth it. The people here are so great that it's just, I mean, it's like a little road trip, but I have fun when we do it.
Yeah,
and
that's
Bill has
great.
fun too
Yeah.
here.
Tell me about Bill's new shoes.
Oh, he fell in the lake this morning while we were fishing.
Oh, we tell you,
pulled him
Bill.
out.
That's awesome. Hey, it happens.
We have adventures all the time. I could tell you stories like crazy.
Okay, guys, next Tuesday at 1 o'clock. And spread the word. Don't forget Yellow Submarine, September 19th. And if you have any questions or you want to, we are opening the studios. The studio is going to be open Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays. Thursday and Friday from 10 to 4, and Saturday, noon to 4, and then Saturday from 10 to 3. So come on down. All the artwork is available for sale. And if you're interested in becoming a member, you can get more information on that. And if you have artwork you would like to put here in the studio, we can talk to you about that too. So thanks so much for joining us, Lynn. Thanks for being
thank you
here.
for
We
having
appreciate
me.
it. Love you guys. Talk to you next week.